My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, greetings to everyone. You know, in this very struggle, we no longer mind the zoo and their propaganda, but we need a lot of evidence against Nigeria. Some people speak up, some are afraid, some get very, very bold to say what their experiences are. A couple of them will feature on this video, and you will see. By the time we will finish with the zoo, they will not know where what is knocking at them is coming from. Listen to these people and we will take it from there. All hail Biafra.
Between Enugu and Port Harcourt, it's a nightmare. And it doesn't exist in any other part of Nigeria. And the worst end is this Enugu end.
Army slit the throat of a woman in Enugu barrack and hid the corpse. In case you don't understand, repentant Boko Haram, when they say they don't repent, when they push join the army as they do all over the country, when they pack repentant Boko Haram full everywhere. For Enugu barrack now, go cut one woman's throat, still go hide the dead body. Now you see why this kind of nonsense always happen for Nigeria. Eh? Now just based on the issue of unity and oneness. I've said it and so many people have been saying it. Nigeria as a country, they're not designed to be one. And it can never be one. Okay, you keep enlisting repentant Boko Haram into all the departments of government. How many Niger Delta youth, how many Niger Delta militants una don recruit into the Nigerian Navy? How many Yahoo boys una don recruit into the EFCC? How many ESN or IPOB members una don recruit into the Nigerian Army? Una they tell us say Nigeria are one, yet una they select a particular section of the country, say they don't repent, they put for army, and see the havoc, whether they cause.
Let's talk about the Southeast and its disadvantage. Let me explain. In my little existence as a Nigerian, I have traveled almost every state in Nigeria and have been to north, east, and west of Nigeria. And one thing I can tell you is that there's something happening in Southeast that most people are not talking about. If you travel from Lagos to the north, you will notice that you will experience less checkpoints. Same thing if you travel from maybe north to southwest. You also notice that there is checkpoints, but not much. But have you traveled from Lagos to the southeast? How many checkpoints can you count on the road? I'm very, very sure, I assure you, you will not be able to count it because it's much. Now here's the question. Why do we have checkpoints in almost every 5 kilometers in Eastern Road? What is the problem? I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. I spent most of my lifetime in southwest of Nigeria. I have even spent little time in the north. As a Nigerian, you never deny, don't deny the fact that there's something they call the Igbo disadvantage in Nigeria. Oh, I know that every region in Nigeria have their own problem. The north have a little problem they're facing in Nigeria, which is insecurity. The southwest are facing their own too. The south are also facing their own. But today, let us focus and talk about the southeast Nigeria. Some people will call it Igbophobia. Some people will call it any other thing. I'm not doing that. Let's forget about the agitation, the Biafran thing. Remember, the agitation is as a result of bad governance. If there's good governance, nobody will want to go. The agitation is almost everywhere. The northerners have the agitation, they call it Ariwa or whatever. The southwest have their own, they call it Oduduwa or Yoruba Nation. The southeast have their own, they call it Biafra. But let's focus on why is there so many checkpoints on the eastern road? Now, it's not just about the checkpoints. For every 5 kilometers, you will see police. You will see road safety. Yes, of course, road safety should be there to safeguard the road or to make sure roads and drivers drive very well. I don't have an issue with that. You will see army. You will see custom. You will see immigration. You will see that for almost every 5 kilometers. And guess what? You will be stopped for every checkpoint. In the recent days, they will search everybody in that car. Sometimes they will humiliate you people to the extent that you have to trek. Everybody will come down from the motor. You will trek to pass every checkpoint. No matter how old or young you are going to come down, trek. Sometimes they will scatter your luggage. And the reason why I'm saying this is that Christmas is coming and most Igbos, most Easterners will not be traveling because the road to home is not convenient anymore. Despite that the road is not even good. The road is bad on its own. In Nigeria, Southeast have the worst road network. Or you can prove me wrong in the comment section. Why? Now, I begin to think of, can the rich people in the East, all our governors in the East, Hope Uzodinma, Peter Mba, Alex Uti, all of them, can they just come together and do something about this? What is really that issue in the Southeast that makes checkpoint everywhere? What is that issue that is in Southeast that they cannot do the road? Don't even deny this, because I have traveled around Nigeria. I can tell you that the road to North, I think North have the best road network when you are traveling by road. Southwest might not be excellently well, but it's better than Southeast. Let's not just be covering issues like that. I have to say it. If you are scared of saying it, let's talk about it. When we know they talk, we they die as we they talk. If now one buy all of us, but it's alarming. It's a question I'm asking. Tell me. Please don't come in this comment section and start tribal bullying anybody. Last week I talked about the North, how the insecurity people are dying, irrespective that they have most politicians, they have president, they provided more president than every other region in Nigeria, but they still face insecurity, they still die anyhow. Let's leave that one. I've talked about that one. But why so much checkpoints in Southeast? Because to me, it's so inconvenient for me to fuel my car from my current location and said I want to drive down to Southeast. I might spend days on the road, not because it's far, but because of so many encounter of checkpoint, so many block on the road, so many bad road or pothole that I'm going to encounter on the road. Those are one of the things we're talking about. If we have good road network in Nigeria and the cars, every vehicle can move well, let me tell you, we made life easy for the average Nigerian citizen. So I will repeat that question again. Why so many checkpoints in Southeast? Please tell me in the comment section if you know. I will not tell you.